chillin' with her mama, talking, baby, see you come and tell her. Hold up, I gotta take this. Let the world wait. Wanna wear it like the metal. Tell them that I'm spoken for a fellow. The ladies say hello like I'm who they wanna be with. I do everything with my left, I know you see it. Trifling, listen, baby, I ain't going in perfect, but I promise to make it all worth it. Giving you the thing to be the man you deserve it. Making sure you're smiling way more than you hurting. Taking my time to hear you when you're talking. Reminding you how bad you are. Oh, you make shake and make it love.
How y'all doing this morning?
All right. How you doing this morning,
Doing pretty good.
Who you voting for? Ready to vote?
Yes, I am.
You ready? You got your ID?
Yeah, that's actually
You ready to go vote? Oh, you coming?
I came to talk to y'all a little bit.
I know. Hey, we ain't trying to help you. Can I get my man to vote first?
You can't tell the people who you voting for.
No, I ain't saying you going to vote.
But I'm waiting to see what he got to say though.
Oh, come on, bro. I ain't gonna tell you who to
So I
vote.
can get a little conversation.
All right, bro. Get some conversation, man. I'm trying to
see what y'all got going on. But I want to hear what you got to say. That's literally what I want to hear.
Okay. I'm out here trying to get voters, man. You all right?
I'm making this video to encourage people to get out and vote. Where do I get started? First of all, I had to stop recording because I had asked the people I was going to talk to get information from if they minded if I recorded. To be honest, I was talking to about 4 people. Only three of them said it was okay, but one person in particular seemed to have a problem with it, and that's okay. That's understandable. Now I do have a little bit of an issue with the why the gentleman had a problem with it, because these people are agreeing with me when we had a conversation about the fact that as young black people we need to get out, we need to vote, but yet and still they don't see. The guy in particular didn't seem to understand that, because he was an older gentleman, you know, and seemed to have a problem like connecting with the younger generation. Well, you have to understand the younger generation, we have a certain way of getting information nowadays, like I always say, with technology and social media and everything. This, you know, we have our own ways of communicating, and I think sometimes that there's a generational gap with, especially amongst blacks. But we need to understand how to communicate better with each other. It's imperative that we all get out and vote, yet and still you need to, or people need to understand that there are different mediums and there are different ways to communicate to where we are. We all seem to be part or share the same agenda, then we need to all come on in, because it's a bigger picture right now of us needing to put our vote together, make things happen, come together collectively, and you know, come as one to try to make things, get some change right now in 2018. At the end of 2018, we need change terribly. People need to understand that basically in 1857, the Dred Scott case stated that blacks were not citizens. We didn't have the right to vote back then. Everything that we had to go through during civil rights and everything to make these things happen, to get us to where we are, is so important. We need to, as far as the younger generation, we need to learn our history, know these things, and appreciate these things. The 15th Amendment of 1870 says that the rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or begrudged by the U.S. on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. This didn't really seem to stop Jim Crow and the black codes, because they still like basically just kept blacks from voting, and this went on for many years. Jim Crow, I always say, was worse on blacks in some ways than slavery was, because at least during slavery, the slave masters felt that we belonged to them, we were property, so there was a certain level of upkeep and that was kept on us during Jim Crow. It was just all out just oppression, and it was crazy. But anyway, like I was saying, people need to understand. I've talked to some people, and I've listened to some people on the internet, different places, different comment sections, stuff like that. And I think that it's the big problem with right now, or one of the big problems with our generation, the younger generation, is that we don't seem to understand. Some people don't seem to understand how the Electoral College works, and they don't think that their vote counts. And they are so mistaken. They really need to understand the way this thing works. Now, don't get me wrong. The Electoral College doesn't follow the principle of one person, one vote. That is true. But if they understood how each state has electoral votes, and you have to get out and vote to get those votes for your state to make presidents. It's almost like with Trump getting elected, everybody just kind of seemed to give up, like, oh, my vote don't really count because Trump didn't win the majority, but he still won the presidency. Just it's fixed, it's blah blah. No, and I think that is the worst thing that we as a people and our younger people can believe. Like I always say, the problem with us is that we're sitting here, and some of us have this ignorance about ourselves that we believe stuff like that. We know we all need to come together, let each other know that that is not true. Your vote counts. Black people, we have to vote collectively, make our vote stand for something. We need to come together as a group and vote and make sure that our voices are heard. Don't believe that your vote does not count. This is crazy. This is insanity. This is giving them the bullet to put it to you, to put the gun to your head. You're basically giving up. You're not even trying. And so many people have worked so hard for us to get where we at, to have these things that we have, like to be able to vote, these rights, and you are just giving them away by believing. And the bad part is the people who are looking to oppress you, they know the rules. They know how it works. They stay up and work hard. They stay up day and night learning new ways to get over on these systems, to have you believing that it's not so. Y'all need to wake up. Let's all come together. Let's figure this out. Let's make our vote count. Let's stop complaining about these problems and start doing something about them. It's the same old thing. If you don't vote, you can't complain. I like to complain. I enjoy it. I like acting like things need to be better. So come on, let's all come together. It's the time to do it. You have a problem with what you're seeing going on in government right now, then say something about it. Even if you don't agree with how I vote, be heard. Go out there, hit those ballots, those ballot booths, and make it happen. This is the time to make it happen right now. That's it. Later. Peace.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.